it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. What I do?
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Done. 120. Go. Topper. Good dash. Come. Great 15.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Hey, high 7. 57, the Mike. Not here. Mike's 57.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
57, Mike 57. Check. 5. 5-9. I smell fear in that offense. I smell...
Wentz gonna throw. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, 1st carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Wilson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
74. Hey, orbit. Protein spill.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this one's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Let's go, baby. Other side, solid. Let's get that ball. Watch safety creep.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Right there, 54. Right 5-2, out here. Target.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'm coming after you. Check. Lucky.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Mike's 54. Hey, Lou. SOS.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They keep it with Penny on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby.
2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
21-0 our score after 1.
Check 55 for Mike. Stop your whining.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Ain't no such thing as enough. We taking wins home. Jim. 36 power. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Fighting through it, he's got space. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
I'll go special! I'll go special!
Penny will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Another try for Penny. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant! Watch twist! Watch twist! Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Sunday, man 5-7. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
Now wins. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again on second and 10. Wilson. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. What's that? 57. Mike, 57. Let's find 7.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Rush in. Rush in.
Hey, 57. 57. Hey, other side. Solid.
57 is the mic. Watch 57. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Wide. Get wide.
Hey, 57. 57.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Show it up.
It's a second down run with Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
He's checking. Crash.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive...
It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will shave one more off this lead.
42. Seahawks 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On first down, Wentz. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57's the mic.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, look. Hustle. Check 25. Good.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. This is taken at the 18. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Round. 3-5-7. X3.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
57's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. You're soft, baby.
Rip.
Check 99. Check 99. Switch.
40.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Bang out. Fan.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. 19.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 12.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I got you.
Go, 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll return it from the 6. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there, and an Eagle first down.
Here we go. Ram. Check. Black, come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 24. Undercross 61. Matchbox lights.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Great. Hey, turn it up. Say it.
On 2nd down now, it's Kelly. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
82-14.
Wentz going to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Wilson. And an alley to run. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Play action. It's Wilson. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson escaping the play. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will get him one closer.
Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they remain